I recognize the gentleman from Alabama, Mr. Strong.
Thank you, Chairman Rogers, Secretary Austin, General Brown, Mr. McCord. Thank you all for being here today. A phrase we've heard routinely from senior leadership at the Pentagon is production deterrence. The Alabama way of saying this is we got to keep the clip full. The missile industrial base needs stable production expectations, expanded capability, and resilient supply chain. I've been a licensed emergency medical technician for almost 35 years, and one of the contractors back home explained it to me like this. It's hard to run a missile industrial base when your demand signals look like a heart monitor. Ordering 150 one year, none the next. 150 the next year, none the next. We've been reminded in the past year the criticality of increasing our air and missile defense capacity, especially in Israel and the Middle East. The Secretary of the Navy recently shared that we have expended $1 billion in missile inventories in the Red Sea mission, which included the use of the SM-3 missile in combat for the first time to defeat Iranian ballistic missiles. Just last week, I went to the groundbreaking in Huntsville for a facility expansion where 60% of the work is for the SM-3-1B. This is initiated after demand signals in recent years to crank up production. Despite this, the department has now proposed termination of the SM-3-1B. I'm especially worried about the workforce and what this is, the signal this is sent. One, I understand the Constraint and Financial Responsibility Act, so what I would like to know from you is, was this just a budget decision despite our commitment over the last 2 years to protect missile funding for critical munitions? Are we again using missiles as a bill payer to meet the priorities?
As we discussed earlier, we certainly had to make tough choices as we built our budget requests based upon the FRA. But since Raytheon is a prime vendor for this weapon system, I'll take your question for the record out of an abundance of caution. There, as you know, I used to serve on the board of Raytheon. So.
Okay. Thank you. Given the sudden change in plans, I'd like to ask that you provide this committee the analysis supporting the termination decision, including analysis of the SM-3 capability against current and future threats, risks to the industrial base and workforce, and the ability of the Navy to meet missile defense requirements with significantly fewer effectors. Secretary Austin, I'd like to thank the department for sticking to the facts and doing what is best for national security as it conducts the Inspector General and GAO investigation into the Space Command base decision. I'm confident that should the department continue in pursuit of the truth, it will once again find Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama to be the best place for Space Command and best for national security. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back the remainder of my time.
I thank the gentleman. Chair now recognizes